Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. Today's daily is to play 25 lands. We'll get as far as we can with that. We will be hopefully finishing, the attack with 45 creatures. And to do that, we're going to try out another new deck today. This one is a Selesnya Counters deck that comes directly from Power Dragon, as you would probably expect by now, right? But anyway, it is a counters deck with some interesting cards, particularly Sovereign Okinec Ahau, I believe. This card's interesting. Only one copy of it, because like it's not super integral to the deck. It's just kind of a nice power interaction. Whenever Sovereign attacks, for each creature you control with power greater than that creature's base power, put a number of +1/+1 counters on that creature equal to the difference. And with cards like Ouroboroid, Warden of the Grove, and so on, yeah, that can be kind of wild. So to start off, some of our one mana cards, we have Zack Fair, which enters with a counter, you get the idea, and District Mascot, which also enters with a counter. Llanowar Elves is in here for mana ramping, and Pawpatch Recruit has the potential to put counters on other things. You know what I mean? Bulwark Ox is kind of an interesting card, one I've not seen used. It is a 2 mana value rare mount creature. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, which it only needs 1, which is nice, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Sacrifice. That's nice and all. That's great. But really, it's kind of in here for protection. Sacrifice this creature. Creatures you control with counters on them gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. So a great way to say nope to your opponent trying to destroy all creatures with like a board wipe, as long as the board wipe isn't exiling creatures. Get Lost and Shelter by Ghost for our removal control. Bristly build is in here to put counters on other creatures. Scavenging Ooze for some graveyard manipulation, and the fact that, you know, if you're removing a creature, you get a 1/1 counter and gain life. Surrak, Elusive Hunter, to act as a bit of situational card draw whenever a creature you control or a creature spell you control becomes the target of a spell or ability and opponent controls, draw a card. Situational. Warden of the Grove progressively is getting stronger, and once this is on the field, it's going to make some of our other cards coming out, or every creature played after this one, stronger as well. And then Ouroboroid doesn't need to be talked about. We all know what this card does. It is absolutely fantastic. And then finally, I am running Power Dragon had 2 copies of Stormslayer. I only need 1. Or I'm only running 1 to stay within the 60 card. Yeah, 60 out of 60. Mainly because like this card is interesting, but the main thing we'd be using for it is the put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. The creatures gain flying until end of turn. That's a good way of ending a match, but I only really feel like I need 1 of them. I mean, sure, that means we may not see it very often. Same thing with Sovereign, but I'm okay with that. So anyway, we're going to give the deck a shot. I'm always happy when I can put together a deck that doesn't require any wild cards on my part. So yeah, I'm just looking for. This seems like an interesting idea. Selesnya is Selesnya, whatever, however you want to say it, is an archetype that kind of works with counters, so why not try it? Oof. No, this is a mulligan. That's better. Oof. Oh yeah, we'll keep this, send a plains to the back. I can do that too. Didn't want to attack, that's fine. Yep, that will not survive. Okay. So, do this, get rid of you. That's true, yeah, get rid of the Shelter by Ghost. What? They chose not to. Interesting. See, now they can. Which just gives them back that guy. Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Well, not much. I guess I could have not attacked there and not lost my Surrak. I had another copy though, so I just didn't care. I need to get rid of him. At this point, it doesn't matter. I didn't actually think about that. Yeah, of how good Kona would be in that regard. Of how good Kona would be. Because the whole point of Kona is you want it to be tapped. Alright, well, not much we can do here. Oh, this is unfortunate. So is this just mono green Kona? Mono green stomping? That's what I'm kind of understanding from this. It's just... Okay, yeah, we're done. I mean, we're gonna play the land just because we have something for it. Do that, good game, and concede. Just kind of get a move on. Play the land because we do have a daily quest for it, but that was a very interesting deck. I don't know why I never thought about Kona interacting with the planets, with the station abilities. That is such a good idea. Such a good idea. Anyway, we'll jump into another match. Maybe this one will go a little bit better. Doubtful, but you never know. Fine. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of this hand, but... Okay, so our opponent had to mulligan. Okay, they kept what they had. That's nice. We're going to go ahead and Bristly Bill. I'm actually going to play the next forest. Or we're going to do the Hushwood instead. Just so it can get a boost. Go for the counter. Yeah, kind of, that's what I was hoping for. Kind of tease out the counter. Lumbering World Wagon, that works for me. That means I can play Warden of the Grove uncontested. Nice. Just straight up Overlord? Joy. So I'm going to have to take a hit here if they play the... They're not going to go for the War Wagon? Interesting. That was dumb. That was exceedingly dumb. I think it was, at least. Good game? No, it was. This is what the deck is supposed to do. This is what the deck is supposed to do. So I will gladly take that. That was great. And with that, on the last day of the week for one of these things, for the 15 wins in a week, we get it done. Very nice. Anyway, let's go ahead and we'll jump into one more match. Yeah, we'll jump into one more match. At this point, there's no Yeah, there's no pressure to get a win. There's, you know, we're finally at the point where you can just play to play. There's nothing in the back of my head saying I need to get this win, or I need to get a win, because we've got it all. So, but I mean, I would still prefer. This is better. I kind of hate it. But I think I'm going to drop Scavenging Ooze here. Because Ouroboroid is just too good a card to have. Wait, is that their second mulligan? It has to be, right? Oof. I don't feel as bad now. Okay. Go ahead and send out the Ox. No attack. No attack because I need my elf to be able to get Ouroboroid out on the field next turn. If they want to get rid of Bulwark Ox, that's fine. I really don't care. 2 starting towns. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, that doesn't bother me. It'll be sad when they get rid of Ouroboroid here. Oh, okay, we can go with Esper Origins. Yeah, see, what happened there, and the reason our opponent probably conceded, is Magic Arena is programmed to tap in the most efficient way possible, and that means to not deal you damage. They have no green mana here other than Llanowar Elves. So the way the game worked, Esper Origin needs green mana, so it tapped the only source of non-damaging green mana, which is Llanowar Elves. Because both starting towns force you to take damage if it does for any color other than colorless. So that's why that happened. So this is one of those situations where you need, like, where you as the player need to be aware of the mechanics of how Magic works, so that you can deliberately say, I want to take the green mana I want to take damage here for green mana, but you have to tap it. You have to tap it yourself. You know, sometimes there would be a thing. There would have been a tooltip saying, like, how do you want to tap your mana? Sometimes I've had that happen before, where it's like, hey, are you sure you want to tap your mana? But in this case, it happened too fast. I don't think they got that. So Arena's just like, yeah, we'll tap your main source of green so that you don't take so that you don't take damage this turn. We're helping you. When in actuality, whatever cards they had here, whatever they may have, whatever cards they had here probably relied on an untapped creature. So I don't know, but that does happen. That has happened to me before. I hate it when it happens, but it does. Anyway, that is where I'm going to go ahead and wrap up matches for today, since we are at 14 minutes. Yes, part of that was my little, probably needless explanation, but I wanted to explain it. Anyway, we're not quite done yet. We do have a packed open Duskmourn. Let's see what we can get. Anything good. Just a rare. Nothing in the commons or uncommons. Enduring Curiosity, something I believe I already have 4 copies of. Is what it is. That's just progress towards our vault to get a very, very measly reward. I really do think the reward for the vault should be more. You know, you get once it is 100, you can unlock it to get 1 mythic, 2 rares, and 3 uncommons. That is so not worth it. This needs to be better. Like, this needs to be better. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, this is where we wrap things up for today. If you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.